Hello students, I hope you all are doing well. This is your maths teacher Shweta Bajaj.
Students, in our today's video, we are going to start with the chapter number 9, Basic Concepts of Geometry. But before starting, subscribe my channel if not subscribed yet, and don't forget to share and like the video. And students, please mention your name, class and section in the comment box for attendance. Now let us start with a quick introduction. Now students, you know that geometry deals with plane surfaces, points, lines, curves and figures and their measurements. It is easily understood by drawing figures, and space constitutes the stars, earth, moon, planes, lines, points, etc. It has no definite length, breadth or height. It has no boundaries and spreads in every direction with no limits. So, what is a plane? A plane is a flat surface that has no thickness. It contains many lines and extends without end in the direction of its lines. And you can name a plane by either a single capital letter or by at least three of its non-collinear points. You can see the examples shown here. Horizontal plane, it is shown by three non-collinear points A, B and C, and a vertical plane, it is named by the capital letter P. Hopefully it is clear to you. Some example of the plane surface are the plane of a blackboard, the plane of the paper, the working surface of a kitchen table, etc. Next topic is point, and it says that point is a location in a space. A point has no size, but it is denoted by a dot labeled with the capital letter, and it is read as point Q, point A, point P, point Z. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is definition of line, line segment and ray. And the first is line. A line is a straight path of points that has no beginning or end. It has no definite length and it can be extended endlessly in both the directions, and it is represented as line xy. Next is line segment. Line segment is a portion of a line that has two end points, and it is the shortest distance between these two points, and we represent line segment as AB as shown here. Next is ray. A ray is a portion of a line which has one end point and extends forever in one direction, and a ray is represented as ray PQ as shown in the figure. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now question number 1 of exercise 9a. It says that in the figure identify and name the points, line, rays and line segments, and give all the possible ways of naming the lines, rays and line segments. Now figure is shown to you. You have to tell the points first of all, and here the points are A and B. Now next you have to tell the name of the lines, and here if you will see, this AB is a line, right? And this AB is also can be written as BA. Both are same. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next you have to tell the name of the rays. Here first ray is starting from A and extending towards B. So first ray is AB and second ray is BA, and its starting point is B. Both are different. So rays are AB and BA. Both are different rays. Now next you have to tell the line segments, and you know that line segments has two end points, and here the line segments are AB or BA, and both are same. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is question number 4, and it says that in the figures identify the line segments and write their names. Now students, one figure is shown to you and you have to identify the line segments and write their names. Now see the first line segment. The first line segment I have taken is having the endpoints A and B. So AB is a line segment. Next line segment having the endpoints A and D. So AD is a line segment. Next line segment is having the endpoints A and C. So AC is also a line segment. Now next line segment having the endpoints B and D. So BD is a line segment. Next line segment having the points C and D. So CD is a line segment. And the last line segment having the points B and C. So BC is also a line segment. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is definition of collinear points, and the points that lie on the same line are called collinear points. For example, points N, A, U all are lying on the same line, so they are collinear. And the points that do not lie on the same line are called non-collinear. For example, the points H, P and S are non-collinear. So students, from here we learned that col means together, linear means line. So collinear means points together on a line. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is coplanar lines, and it says that two or more lines that lie in the same plane are called coplanar lines. For example, see the first figure. They are lying in the same plane, so they are coplanar. See the second figure. They are also lying in the same plane, so they are also coplanar. See the third figure. In the third figure, they are lying in different planes, so they are not coplanar. Hopefully it is also clear to you. Now question number 7 says that identify from the figure and fill in the blanks. And the first part is this ray AD and ray AE are. Now see the students, ray AD and ray AE. What are they? They are opposite rays. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now see the second part. Second part says that DE is a, see DE is what? DE is a line. Now see the third part. Third part says that this BC starting from B and extending towards C. So BC is what? BC is a ray. Hopefully third part is also clear to you. Now see the next part, fourth part. Fourth part, and the fourth part says that BG is a. Now since this BG, B starting from B and extending towards G. So BG is a what? BG is a ray with its initial point at. Initial means starting point at. So what is the starting point in BG? Starting point in BG is B. Hopefully this fourth part is also clear to you. Now fifth part says that A, B, H and F are. Now see the figure. What are they? A, B, H and F. What are they? They are points. So A, B, H and F are points. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now sixth part says that B, H and F are points on the dash BF. Now see the figure. B, H and F are the points on the line segment BF. So here in the first blank we will write line segment, and see these 3 points are lying on the same line segment. So they are what? They are called collinear points. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is angles, and it says that two rays with a common initial. Initial means starting point. Form an angle which is the space between the intersecting rays. Or two line segments with a common end point also form an angle. Here angle CBA is shown to you. In this, the two rays BC and BA are the sides of the angle, and the vertex is the common end of the two rays, and here the vertex is B. Hopefully it is clear to you. Now, how to name the angles? Now, students, you know that the vertex is the point where the two rays meet to form an angle, and in this figure, angle ABC is shown to you and B is the vertex. Now, angles can be named in the following ways. First is by three capital letters with the vertex letter in the middle. So, it will be written as angle ABC or angle CBA, and in the second way but we can represent it as by one capital letter, that is angle B. This can only be used if angle B is the only angle it could be. And the third way is by one lowercase letter or number written in the middle of angle, and here number is written, so it can be named as angle 1. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is position of points in an angle, and in this we are mainly going to study about the interior and exterior of an angle. And an angle divides the points on the plane into three regions. First is points lying on the angle, and here the points lying on the angle are the points A, B and C. Then points within the angle, that means its interior portion, and here in the interior portion the points lying are F and R. And the third is points outside the angle, that means lying in its exterior portion, and the points are P, X and T. Hopefully it is clear to you. Question number 1 of exercise 9C. It says that name the angles in the figure and write the vertex and the arms of the angle. Now students, figure is shown to you. You have to name the angles in the figure. Now see which angle is made in the figure. Angle A, B, C. So angles is angle A, B, C. Now then you have to tell the vertex. Vertex means corner or where the arms are meeting, and the point where the arms are meeting is the vertex, and that vertex is B. So vertex is B. Now you have to tell the arms, and arms are BC and BA. So arms are the rays BC and BA. Hopefully it is clear to you. Question number 2 says that write the name of the following in the figure, and the first is the points lying outside the angle. Now students, see the figure, and the points lying outside are the point E and the point F. So the points lying outside the angle are E and F. Next, second point, they are asking you the points lying inside the angle, and here the points which are lying inside the angle are M and N. So the points are M and N. Third point says that color the angular region. So color this angular region with the color of your own choice. Okay, so color this. And fourth point says that the points lying on the angle, the points which are lying on the angle are P, Q and R. So write here P, Q and R. Next is they are asking you the vertex of the angle, and the vertex of the angle is the point where the arms of the angles meet, and here this point is B. So the vertex of the angle is B. So write here the vertex of the angle as B. Next is the name of the angle. They are asking you the name of the angle. Now see the angle. What name you can give here? Angle A, B, C. So the name of the angle is angle A, B, C. Next, they are asking you the arms of the angle, and the arms of the angle, if you will see, the arms of the angle are the ray BC and the ray BA. So the arms of the angle are BC and BA. BC and BA. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next, they are asking you the two rays, and here the two rays are the two arms of the angles, and these are BA and BC. So two rays are BA and BC. And in the next point, they are asking you starting point of the rays, and if you will see, the starting point of the rays and the starting point of the rays is BB each, because in this BA and BC the starting point is B. So starting point of the rays is B only. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next is question number 6, and question number 6 says that in the figure name the marked angles in 3-point notation. Now here in the figure angles are named as 1, 2, 3 and 4, and you have to name these angles in 3-point notation. So see, angle 1 in 3-point notation, angle 1 can be written as angle EFA. So angle EFA, or you can write it as angle AFE. Both are same. Now see second angle. How can you write second angle? Angle second can be written as FGC, or it can be written as CGF. Both are same. Now see the third angle, angle 3. In 3-point notation, how will you write it? You can write it as BFG, angle BFG, or you can write it as GFB, angle GFB. Both are same. Now angle 4 can be written as angle CGH, angle CGH, or you can write it as angle HGC, angle HGC. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is adjacent angles, and it says that adjacent angles are the angles that share a common side, have the same vertex, and have no interior points in common. For example, angle 1 and angle 2 are adjacent angles in the given figure with the same vertex R and having the common side RM. Let us see this with the help of one more example. Now students, in the given figure, angle ABD and angle CBD are adjacent angles having the common vertex B and common side BD. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is linear pairs, and it says that linear pairs are two adjacent angles that create a line, and the two angles are supplementary. That means on adding the two angles we will get 180 degree. Now see the first example. In the first example, on adding 119 degree and 61 degree we will get 180 degree, and they both are adjacent angles. And see the second example. In the second example, on adding 145 degree and 35 degree we will get 180 degree, and these two are also adjacent angles. Hopefully it is clear to you. Next topic is vertically opposite angles, and it says that when two lines intersect each other, the angles formed opposite to each other are known as vertically opposite angles or opposite angles. In the given figure, there are three figures shown to you, and in all these three figures, angle 1 and angle 2 are vertically opposite angles. Similarly, angle 3 and angle 4 are vertically opposite angles. Hopefully, it is clear to you. So students, with this our exercise 9A and 9C is over. Now pause your video and note down your home task, and in your home task you have to do the remaining questions of exercise 9A and 9C. And for any doubts and queries you can leave your message in the comment section. I hope you liked the video. Thank you.